Tonight on DCS Addon Spotlight. The community moves fast and paints the Mosquito Mark 6 in new colors. We get to experience night bombing using the Oboe system integrated by talented creators. We fly missions in Syria over ground objects and units that feature more diverse skins. And Hornet pilots aid the US Marines in an intense border incident. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti and welcome to the second episode for the Addon Spotlight Series, where we take a look at the most recent add-ons available for DCS World in the user file section. If you find yourself checking the user section on the DCS page very often for unique missions, files, skins, fixes and immersive add-ons, well, you'll be right at home here at How I Play, as we made a series with the most interesting add-ons that we can find and manage to test. Of course, we won't manage to show all of them here on the channel, so if you know of something that we missed, message us down below and we will take a look in a future episode. So without further ado, let's start. For those of you out there still learning how to fly the Mosquito, well, I have something special to boost your morale. With 3 skins depicting the historical Mosquito in the Israeli Air Force service by Z Tank, we got the 109th the Valley Squadron in the silver colors, the 110th Knights of the North Squadron from 1956 Operation Kadesh colors, and the IAF Mosquito Training Yellow, a color scheme used on training aircrafts. All of this come with corrected bolts and hinges, plus engine exhaust color. And we stick with the Mosquito, but from a different author named Mateusz Ov, the RAF 45 Squadron Mosey that operated in India in early 1945, and the South African Air Force 60 Squadron that operated in Italy in 1944. Then we have the RAF 199th Squadron half black, half aluminum coated livery. It isn't historically accurate with the version we have of the Mosquito, but as the author says, this livery looks cool and he wanted to fly in it, and we agree. Mateusz gives us more liveries like the number 110 Squadron, bare metal, and the RAF 23 Squadron. A livery that comes with 2 options for the engine texture, the standard black tip and one with a red tip. As we don't have yet the official template, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. And whenever we get a template from ED, the author promises that he will remake this and all of his liveries in better quality. The pack also features customized fuel tanks and bomb fairings. And lastly, from the same author, we got the USA Air Force 492 Bombardment Group and the 653 Bomb Squadron, adding extra colors for the Mosquito. Now for sure some of you are familiar or at least heard about the British aerial blind bombing system from the World War II called Oboe. Yeah, I know, it sounds like the musical instrument. It's based on a radio transporter technology and it consists of a pair of radio transmitters on the ground which send signals which were received and retransmitted by a transponder in the aircraft. By comparing the time each signal took to reach the aircraft, they could determine the distance between the station and the plane. The Oboe operators then send radio signals to the aircraft to bring them onto the target and properly time the release of their bombs. Now I know our Mosquito Mark 6 isn't one of the models that was equipped with this device, but bear with me, it's the only Mosquito we have now in DCS World, and guess what? Night bombing using the Oboe system can be a great addition in the sim. So, Draken 35 gives us the opportunity to use it. But how would we do that? Well, the author included a day and night version of the demonstration mission for the Oboe script on the channel map. Yes, you got it. It is a script that can be used by mission creators to include this system with our Mosquito. For sure many of you already seen the reflected simulation tutorial video for their upcoming Mosquito campaign for DCS World. If not, I linked it in the video description. So let's go through this again. Oboe is a radar transponder-based system used to measure distances from the plane to 2 ground stations, Cat and Mouse. Cat station will project a beam over the target that the pilot must follow. Signaling is done with different sounds from when the plane is on track or not. Mouse station is used to control the bomb release and the signal will be in Morse code. All the distances and important points are calculated on the ground prior to mission start and assuming the plane will fly at a specific altitude and speed. These calculations will not be adjusted or corrected while in flight, so bring your best pilot to do the job, because it's very important to follow the flight profile. In order to receive signals, the plane has to have line of sight with the stations. The altitude to maintain LOS is considered in the flight profile and LOS is modeled in this script. So, if you don't hear anything from cat or mouse, you will need to fly higher. Now the script will pick a target from an available list and provide a briefing for the mission. The briefing consists of the target location and the flight profile used for the Oboe calculations and bomb release. It also provides an attack direction. As for what to do, well, we will follow the track and at certain timings, we will hear multiple Morse codes signaling the distance between us and the target. If everything goes good, you will get to hear the 5T signal, which is your release point cue. 5 dots followed by a dash. Bombs should be released at the end of the dash. The author provides more info for this mission and also access to the script and sounds. It was a lot of fun trying to follow the method. I can see the potential in this type of missions. And to help you guys with the Morse code notation, there is a kneeboard for all aircrafts in DCS made by Mateusz Oboe. Now on our first episode, we talked about various liveries for the civilian jets that offer a boost in immersion for our Pacific operations. Well, we couldn't help not noticing the authentic Mariana livery pack for the civil aircraft mod that was just released in the user files list by Mosquito. Nearly 40 high accurate repaints including United Airlines, Air Busan, Air Seoul, Asia Pacific, China Airlines, Continental, Japan Airlines and many others. The pack covers the vast majority of airlines that regularly fly to Guam, Saipan, Tinian and Rota Islands or have flown there until recently. Moving on, we got various liveries for the static hangars in DCS, the FARP tent and the garage by Macadam Cow. This pack goes hand in hand with the desert liveries for the M939 heavy truck and tanker provided by the same author. A good addition for the United Nations operations in our sim is the UN livery for the UH-60A helicopter by Cheesy String. And lastly, we have a story-based mission called Unfortunate Events that takes place in Syria. The mission is available with voice calls, designed for 1 or 2 Hornet pilots. The mission has a fictional scenario based on a real incident in Syria. It is specified that any newcomer friendly with basic air-to-ground or air-to-air skills will have a good time. The events are set in 2015 and feature the US Marines that get dragged into a border incident during a close air support mission. I won't go too much into detail not to spoil it since it's just one mission, but I can say this much, it's fun and immersive. Thank you NM4500 and keep them coming in case you are planning for more missions. And that's it for today. Stay tuned for our DCS on the spot news. Things are good, I started my new job and I'm having a fun time at the moment. Still training and making time to deliver our videos here at How I Play. If I sound a bit tired, it's just because I'm working since this morning. It will go away after a good night's sleep. Thank you all for watching. If you find our video informative, please leave us a like as it helps the YouTube algorithm recommend our videos for more users. And subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest information on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe and I'll see you next time.